So here's the final product. As you can see, after I cut the APC rail mounts for the UPSs, they fit perfectly inside of this short depth server cabinet. Standard racks come either in 600, 800, 1000, 1200, and 1400 millimeters in depth. So I wanted a short rack. Reason being is because a standard one would have been approximately 4 feet thereabouts in depth. So in a residential environment, that's extremely wasteful. I'm renovating my basement for the secure room, and because I had 8 to 12 actual server racks, which were I believe the 1400 millimeter, and having them sitting in my basement for over a year and a half, I could see truly that there was no way, after I had them all set up and what have you, that it was going to work in that room. It just took way too much space. So to balance that, I got a short depth one. This is 600 millimeters. As you probably see, this APC unit literally just fits inside. What I'm trying to balance though is that the door has to be able to close, all the wiring in the back, etc. It just has to fit. So those are the things that you have to compensate when you're trying to use enterprise hardware in an environment, in a consumer environment. So right now, this is the first set of 20 of the APC UPSs, pure sine wave UPSs, that are going to be powering the network and infrastructure within my home. So I won't lie to you, it took a hell of a long time to get these units in here, because depending on the size of the unit and the battery packs, etc., it weighs anywhere from 65 to 110 pounds per unit. And basically here, show you quickly, on each of the sides of the UPSs, whether it be the battery pack or the main unit, they have to have a little side guide rail that go inside of here. As you see here, once you mount it, there's a little bit of play and flex. So I was trying to manhandle it myself one by one. Obviously, don't want to wake up the girlfriend, whatever. But if this is not flush, you're trying to get each one and you're doing it yourself, it's extremely, extremely hard. I tried to use some tape, whatever, to hold it back, whatever. But sometimes even I had to adjust this to be further in versus pulling out a little bit, obviously that way. Anyways, that's the quick update on that. But also, I wanted to show that I had made sure that there was a proper clearance. I don't know how many millimeters it is, like half a millimeter, who knows, in there. Because these are supposed to obviously hold and mount each of the battery packs and the UPSs. It's not supposed to be flush with the case, because at some point when you have to do some maintenance and pull this thing all the way out, toward us for future maintenance, you're going to scratch the case and what have you. It'll look terrible, and plus if it's wedged in there, you won't obviously be able to eject it. One of the big problems I ran into was this, which I won't lie to you, really pissed me off. But again, it is what it is. These are the rack gears that come with all of these, UPSs. This, again, is intended for a much deeper cabinet. As you see, I am literally maxed out, and if this rack gear was installed correctly, in this case, I'm obviously not holding it the right way, it would be like so. It could not clear this metal area, because it's assumed that this is another 4 or 5 inches, 2 inches, doesn't matter, forward, and then it could be mounted to these posts. But because I'm trying to shoehorn these giant enterprise battery packs and UPSs inside such a short depth, that extra width or depth is not there, as you can see right here. So literally at the back of the unit, there's maybe an extra 4 inches, but that has to take into account the wiring in the back still be able to close the door and all the other stuff that comes with that. I'll take another video of that and what I'm doing. Ultimately, when this first, there's going to be 4 of these 600 millimeter server racks. There's going to be 4 of them, and each of them will have anywhere from 5 to 8 of these UPS battery packs in here, and it offers anywhere from, this is a complete at high load, for its rating. So some of the battery packs are 750, 1000, 1500, 2200, and 3300 watts. So, and depending on the battery packs I'm going to be installing, they'll offer anywhere from an hour to over 300, this thing's like 380 hours worth of runtime. So given that the load will only be literally 1/1000th of that rating, I will literally have anywhere from a day to 14 days of actual runtime to power the entire infrastructure of my home. So I'll get back more into why I'm doing this, what the ultimate goal is, the plan, to address some of those questions. I don't think anybody has ever documented such what I call a home environment, a non-enterprise scenario with something like this. So hope you enjoy it. I'll try to format these videos with, I guess, the history, the goal, timelines, where I'm at, and hopefully it inspires other people to do the same thing, or just give you some insight as to what are the things to take into consideration, what to do, what not to do, what have you. Maybe it gives you ideas of for your next plan or your next project, or you saw something on YouTube and hey, look what this crazy guy is doing. Anyways, next one's coming around. Take care.